ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of BTS Live Loss Grief. I am Katie in Chambers, and I am still talking to Maxine McTaggart, who has been and continues to share with us about the losses that she has experienced and how she has been coping, the strategies, the experiences that she has had. And all of this is with the view of, offering you some insight and help that you might need for yourself or you might need for somebody else. Maxine, welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Good to be back, right? Feels all right, right? I know we're talking about something that is typically heavy, but we've been having a good chat all series where even in the heavier moments, it's still light. I'm hoping that this has been light for you.
Definitely it has. And I haven't drawn for the tissue as yet, so.
You haven't me either. I think this is the first episode that I haven't listened to this, and I'm good. I was just thinking a while ago, girl, you're healing. So that's thinking, feeling the chills, but I'm handling it right. So for this episode of BTS Live Gems, what I want to ask you is something that's important. Dealing with the loss of a loved one, especially those who we shared a lot of time with, whether we lived with them or we're in each other's space a lot. Losing a loved one like that usually comes with a whole lot of adjustments. What kind of adjustment would have been required or has been required since, let's talk about losing your mom? Because you lived with your mom or your mom lived with you, whatever version of that. If there's any politically correct way. Right, you and your mom live together. There we go, thank you. So, and I know that, so tell me, it hasn't been the same. What kind of adjustments have you had to deal with?
I guess it's just really just a conditioning of the mind to know that she is no longer with me. A physical adjustment I had was that when I moved into the room that she was in. And one of the things I did though was to not let it feel like her room. So there were some changes that I made to it. Not that I am getting rid of my mother's memory, because I most definitely am not, but I want it to be my own space. I didn't want it to be my mother's room. And even that, I had to change how I speak. No, it's not my mother's room. It's my
room.
It's my, and I wear her clothes. Oh my goodness. When I took ill a couple years ago, I had to shed all those pounds. God, I think, was preparing me. So I got a lot of her clothes because I am the smallest of the three sisters. So it fits me better. But it's just knowing that she's not here anymore, as you talk about the adjustments, just going about and just letting the memories of her, just relive the memories of her. Probably no major adjustments, so to speak.
Question. So as it relates to, I know that, so your mother was somebody who was always busy doing stuff and, helping, taking care of certain things around the house. So, and I know that perhaps she was ill for a little while before, so you had her dressed back, and doing less of some of the things that she used to do so many years ago. So I think some of that probably was also transitioning you to make it easier for you at this point, because I think if she was still very active and doing all of the things that she used to do many years ago, the adjustment curve would have been more steep, I am presuming.
Definitely. Even the 2 weeks when she was hospitalized for, I remember a couple nights I was closing down the house, closing the windows, locking the doors and all of that. And so I was like, I'm locking the house down and my mother is not in it. So even that 2 weeks period allowed me to say that she's not here. So it was a gradual process. It never that, well, I took her to hospital Sunday morning and that was it. I knew she was somewhere else. I went to visit her for 2 whole weeks and that. So No, there wasn't much major, but of course the family will tell you that I hear so much of myself or so much of herself, me.
In you. So
Yeah.
she's still in the house through you.
Oh my God. The other day, my brother was saying that, I am no better than her. Because there are sometimes I'll go off and I'll quarrel and all of that. And even sometimes when I sit and having my meal on the veranda and with the tray, it's almost as if I'm looking at her. I'm sitting there in the chair and I am seeing her, so she is very much present, so to speak. You understand me? So yes, she's gone. We're not able to talk to her, but there are so many memories of her that help us to cope.
Yes. Well, I realize that one of the key threads that have been running through a lot of what you've shared about your coping and the strategies and how it's been is your family, the connection, the different, all of the stories that you've been sharing. What has been coming out consistently is the rapport with your siblings, the rapport with your son and your nieces and nephews, and
Right.
how you all still communicate with each other, the things that you're saying and doing together. And I realize that is a key thing which has made, I think, the entire experience and adjustment and the process so much more different than if you did not have each other. Yes, I realize that is something that is key. And that is one of the things that I realize is very important for anybody who's going through loss and grief. And we're reminding you, whether it is that you've lost a loved one through death, whether a relationship that was significant for you has ended, whether we're talking about losing your job or your health, whatever it is, support is that key thing that makes all the difference in the world in terms of healthily coping and healing through it. So thank you so much, Maxine, for joining us for another episode of BTS Live Loss Grief Gems. We're going to catch you for Gem 3 soon. Thank you, Maxine, and thank you to our guests.